Hello, and welcome once again to The Old Man Speaks. I'm Josh. I come to you 3 times a week for 5 minutes and talk about just about anything. Stories are very important to us. We tell stories all the time. We tell stories when we want to relay something of importance. But sometimes we don't think too much about the story we're going to tell. It might come out something like this. Hey, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you this story. So I was walking down Reisterstown Road, or was it 7 Mile Lane? No, it was Reisterstown Road. It was Reisterstown Road. And I start walking toward, Reisterstown Road is named after John Reister, and it's a very old road. It's really, in terms of its history, it's very, very interesting. So when I got there, she says to me, he's just going to run in for a second. He has to pick up something or something to that effect. And I went to the back of the building and the building shakes. And I'm thinking, whoa, like earthquake. There had been a couple of earthquakes that year. And was that the year of the earthquake in Colorado? I don't remember. I don't remember. I got to remember that I pick up my daughter in a half hour. So I go outside, and this girl is walking around. She's drinking out of a bottle of Listerine, or it might have been like, I don't know, Rite Aid or Walgreens or something like that. And her car, which is kind of a blue, a gray, it's like, I guess, like a grayish blue, smashed into the front of the building. And his car is like total, and it was all just paid off for. And she's like, so what? And I'm thinking, has it been a half hour yet? So I'm going to tell you a story right now. It's about these three stoners who lived out in the woods. They had their big old log cabin house. They sold flowers, often to organic markets, but in the summer they went to festivals. So there were three of them. There was Papa Bear, they called him. They called his old lady Mama Bear. And the big joke was there was this big guy who was about 250 to 300 pounds, and they called him Baby Bear. And he would make up the porridge, and this wasn't ordinary porridge. It had special ingredients, some of which I think were probably not legal. But they one morning came down and they started eating their porridge, and he said, whoa, I think it's time to go tripping in the woods. So they went out. And there's this flower girl who comes in. She's just wandering around in the woods, and she sees this house. And she just goes right in because these people, they never close their doors or anything. So she just wanders in, and she's hungry. So she starts eating this porridge, right? Eats a little of the first one, stumbles around, eats a little of the second one, eats the third big bowl all up. And she's like stumbling all over the place. She goes into their room where they have their chairs. She tries to sit in the first one. She falls into the second one. And then she smashes right into the third one. And she falls down. The chair tips over. What a mess. And she manages to stumble, somewhat injured, upstairs and collapse on the bed, right? So eventually they come back and they're feeling very loose. And they come back and they're going to have a little bit more of that good porridge. But Papa Bear, he says, "Whoa, man, like somebody's been in here." And Mama Bear says, "Yes, indeed, I can see that." And then Baby Bear says, "Whoa, man, like somebody ate up all of this porridge. Oh, man, we better look around." And they go into their little living room, and the Papa Bear, "Hey, man, somebody's been like sitting in my chair." Mama Bear says, "Yeah, mine too." And Baby Bear says, "Whoa, whoa, man, somebody's really messed up my chair. They knocked it over and they broke it. We better go upstairs, man. It might be like a wild animal or something." So they wander up the stairs very carefully. And they go into the bedroom and they say, people have been in our beds. And Baby Bear looks up and he says, "Look over there. There's a girl there." Well, the girl suddenly wakes up, and she freaks and she jumps out the window. And the bears look at each other. They say, "Whoa, I don't know what happened to that girl. And I don't want to know." Until next time.